Hello there, good evening. The Islamic State has released a video purportedly showing the beheading of an American journalist. James Foley was abducted in Syria in November 2012. The website set up to campaign for him said tonight it was aware of the reports and urged people to wait for updates. Well, our correspondent Nick Paton joins us from Washington. And Nick, an incredibly difficult time for James Foley's families, but with implications too for President Obama. Tell us more.
Yes, well, I mean, this video, which purports to be from the Islamic State, and I haven't watched it, is said to be enormously graphic, but with a message to America, it says. Now, James Foley is an independent journalist. He was 40 years old. He was last seen in Syria at around Thanksgiving, November last year. He was one of the last journalists to be in the Aleppo area when he was kidnapped, along with another journalist, and he hasn't been seen since. And ever since then, his parents have continued a campaign for information to glean where he could have been. And then tonight, as we've just come on air in the last hour, a video has emerged on the internet which purportedly shows Jim Foley being beheaded. He's on his knees, he's dressed in orange, a man dressed in black is standing over him, and that man sounds, reports suggest, that he has a British accent. Now, James Foley had previously worked in Libya and had also been kidnapped there, and his parents had mounted a huge campaign for his release, and they were successful. But he'd said that he wanted to be committed to his role as a journalist. He wanted to go back to conflict zones. He used to produce films which focused heavily on the humanitarian impact, very human-led, people-led stories of war. And colleagues on Twitter tonight, one I've just been reading, saying he was enormously kind and generous. Another journalist said they'd shared beers just a few days before he'd gone missing. So the emergence of this video and its clear graphic nature is a devastating twist in this story, and it will clearly be crushing for his family, who would have hoped against hope that whoever was holding him captive would have released him. But I think it's a clear message which is what the Islamic State will want, of course, for this video to be shown as many times. But they are saying in that they are holding another journalist, that if Barack Obama, the president, does not pull out the airstrikes and stop supporting Kurdish and Iraqi forces in Iraq and elsewhere, then this other person will be beheaded too. So it is devastating for the family, but sinister and, you know, I mean, what can you say? For those people who are talking about it on social media, friends and family, you know, you can only imagine what they must be thinking tonight as that news emerges that the 40-year-old Jim Foley, an independent journalist, has purportedly been beheaded by the Islamic State on video.
Nick Paton, thank you. Sky News has witnessed